It's fair.
Wilds, look at Wilds. Speak for yourself.
Eagles are 2-2. Nick Sirianni has lost 10 of his last 13 games. He was asked about his job security. These questions always go well. Take a listen.
No, I'm just worried about getting the team better. I'm just worried about the bye week and putting ourselves in position to win. Coming out of the bye week, and then I'll be worried about the Cleveland Browns. You can't worry about any of those different things. Right now, we're 2-2. Got a lot of football in front of us, and just put my head down and work.
Yeah. Buddy, it doesn't work. We're like, I'm just focused on the bye. Right now, I can't deal with anything. Locked in on the bye. All right.
Can't wait till the bye.
All right. Is he on hot seat watch?
Well, yeah, he's obviously on the hot seat. I don't love. Can we add Sirianni to this bottom line? I don't love.
Nick
I don't love how that looks for the audience. Should Sirianni be on the hot seat? I'm not sure. I mean, but regardless, so there's two elements to it. First one is this: what does he do? Fangio runs the defense. He gave the offense to Kellen Moore, so it's game management. Well, that's been a disaster. Okay, no, it's not that. It's the great relationship he has with the franchise's most important player, Jalen Hurts. Yikes, that one's on the fritz too. So I'm not sure exactly. And then there's this element. Jeffrey Lurie has fired better coaches than you. Andy Reid hadn't had a losing season in 6 years, had 2 in 12 years, had a down year out. Chip Kelly comes in.
How'd that work out for him?
No, I understand. Right, I'm not.
Decision.
Okay, no, I'm not. I'm not saying it was right or wrong.
Okay.
I'm saying whether or not he's on the hot seat. Chip Kelly went 10-6, went 10-6 again,
Chip Kelly.
and didn't make it through the next year. I'm just telling you what
how they've
Doug
operated.
Peterson.
Great coach.
I'm not saying
won a
he is.
Super Bowl.
I'm simply saying they won a Super Bowl. The next year made the playoffs and won a game. The next year made the playoffs again, had a down year, and was out. So, this isn't a franchise that is going to be like, well, you made a Super Bowl a couple years ago, buddy. So, yeah, I think he's on the hot seat.
But those questions always crack me up. Like, are you worried about
they changed it.
You worried about your
Thanks,
job security. It's like, what are you going to say? Oh, yeah, I am. I got a house and family, but I got a couple years on my contract, so I should be good. Like, what do you? I have no idea what they expect you to say besides you're focused on the next thing. But remember last year when he was 10-0, people were ready to give him the Coach of the Year, honors, and that was coming off the Super Bowl, and it looked like they'd overcome the Super Bowl hangover, quarterback with a new contract, all that stuff, and things go south, and now they don't let him hire the new coordinators, so they go and he didn't give the offense to Kellen Moore.
It was
it was taken from him.
Which is not a good
Same
sign.
thing defensively. They told him who he was going to hire. So I don't know, what's the accountability factor if the offense isn't doing well? Is that now his fault? Does he get to control? I don't know what the control aspect is there and how much he actually gets to dictate what happens during the course of the game. And that's got to be factored in because if you want him to fix it, you got to give him a chance to fix it.
Well, I think he's definitely on the hot seat and should be. But like you said, game management and, for lack of a better term, vibes. That's his job. Get the team chemistry right, the morale high, which obviously he hasn't done. I thought last year, now I get why they kept him. He had, he got him to a Super Bowl, 4-win team, playoffs all his 3 years. But it seemed like they also really found out from the players that he has not lost them. To me, they need to find out where this team is on Sirianni. I know you can't hold a team meeting just with the players and all, but the owners, to me, Coach, need to find out, have you guys given up on him? Because if they have, they need to make the change.
It's 4 games.
No, but it's also combined with last
it's
year.
really 11
I'm just
games.
saying, it just seemed like that because this season is salvageable if they get their morale together. And so I just
He
think
doesn't have both starting receivers or
11th in yards, 13th in completion percentage, 5th in touchdowns, 2nd in interceptions, number 1 in QB wins, and number 1 in MVP odds. That's true, Sam Darnold. Allen, number 2, Lamar, CJ, and Darnold, all tied for 3rd place. Nick, does he deserve to be the MVP?
Oh, hold on. Well, so right now he is
MVP
clearly,
fade.
Does he
I don't hand
deserve
him out
to?
right now.
What? Right, but so those are actually, I think, very different questions. He is clearly not the MVP through 4 weeks.
Yeah.
It is smart by Vegas to make him the favorite, because despite how pedestrian some of his numbers are and downright bad the interceptions are, like Wild said, the second most interceptions in the entire league is Patrick Mahomes. He's still, like you said, 5th in touchdowns and 11th in yards, but 80 away from being 5th in yards as well. And so there is also, for the first time in a while, a potential real narrative swing his way because of the injuries.
True.
And we know the history says the MVP comes from the 1 or the 2 seed. And I think the Chiefs are in great position for that. So I want to make this very clear. Not only has he not played at an MVP level up to this point this year, he, in my opinion, it's not my opinion, it's the worst start to a season of his career, and he has played average football. Not by his standards, just by NFL standards. I think he's played average football, but I still think he is a smart bet. What are you being a smart ass?
I think for Nick to say that just tells you how bad it's been. For him to say anything that's not glowing tells you how bad
All
it's been.
I ever am is honest.
When you look at this list, obviously Sam Darnold should be the runaway for MVP based off of how he's played.
Okay, let's make that.
But hold on. But we all realize that this could easily go pumpkin mode at any point. But where he is right now, it's clear. But let's take a look at how bad Patrick's been.
Oh man.
Okay. So look, there's his MVP years. His touchdown percentage 8.6, 6.3. So he's at 5.0. That's a little bit better than last year, which was his worst year of his career. His interception percentage at 4.1 is 2% worse than last year, which was the worst interception year of his career. And then you look at his passer rating, it's the worst of his career. So the idea that numbers like this could actually could translate into the MVP, it's
okay,
amazing.
well, let me, hold on.
Amazing that we're in this space.
Coach, well, let me just ask you this real quick. Because you, unlike Brew, you do dabble occasionally in investments or gambling. He's 3-1. It sounds like you think he should be 20-1. Like he has no shot at it. Or do you think it could correct itself?
No, I'm disappointed with the group that's around him challenging him. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
What do you mean?
I wish there was there were other guys that could push Patrick on a consistent basis. And I guess I've been used to different types of competition at the quarterback position over time. You just don't have the same level of quarterback play. And not to be like the guy yelling on the corner.
Well, that's exactly what you said.
But that's how I sound. But
yeah, a lot of quarterback play was way better 20 years ago.
Well, I'm just saying when you've got Manning, Roethlisberger, Breeze, Brady, like you've got a group there that if you look at it statistically and how often they switch in terms of winning and losing, now it's just
one guy does all
not
the
there.
winning.
Yeah, but he's doing you're right, he's doing the winning at a very pedestrian level of performance, which speaks to some degree the competition.
Well, Nick, like you, I picked him as in my preseason pick as the MVP. I do think, Nick, we're getting close to the time where he shouldn't be the favorite. He can right now because there's still 13 games left.
Because Josh Allen.
But another couple of pedestrian games, and you'll be a third of the way through the season with Mahomes not looking good. And then I think the path for him would be they go 16-1 or 17-0, and no other players.
There's no chance.
I'm just saying there's no other player with huge statistical numbers and
I'm comfortable saying if they go 16-1, he'll be league MVP.
Do you think that's not on the board? They've been winning.
If they go 16-1 with
these
the receiver
numbers,
issues that they've had,
he'll be MVP.
Even with these numbers, because you're a miracle worker at that point if you're going 16-1.
I'm just saying.
What if you win 10
right
straight
now
games with the receiver issues they've had, including 4 playoff games in the Super Bowl?
I'm used to longer streaks.
Okay. This guy keeps saying that.
10's a nice start. You keep working at it.
All right,
I've got current MVP.
Yes, these are the current MVPs, and I gotta be honest.
/ revenge game for Stephon against his old team. Jeremy Fowler wrote a long article about the divorce, which left the Bills with a $31 million dead cap charge, the largest ever for a wide receiver, so that's not good. A source said, for a while it was, no way can we play without this dude. But I thought to myself, oh, maybe we can do this without him. Well,